So this is what got me started. I was fresh out of university, and while I was at uni, someone said, you know, okay, you're going off to be a freelance photographer. Always do personal work, you know, because from now on you'll be doing pictures for other people all the time with an agenda. Always do personal work. It'll just remind you of why you picked up your camera, and you know, it'll kind of give you your voice if you want. It's your place to, you know, play, and no one's making you push the button for this reason or that reason. You can do it purely for yourself. So I got asked to do this project, and it was basically teaching school kids about the importance of cider apples in rural Somerset, why they mattered, why they were so important. And it was a pretty basic project. They would take kids out of the classroom and they would teach them, well, they would do some painting or drawing, and they would do poetry, you know, with two different people, and then they'd swap rounds, and they'd do that several times throughout the year. So they'd see the blossom, they'd see the harvest, they'd see some cider making, and it really captured my imagination. There's some of their poems. Yeah, that was back in 2004. And because they had government money, they had to basically record or document how they were spending it, and that's what they asked me to do. And it was fascinating just watching how the kids, you know, come alive and interact and stuff. And when the project finished, I couldn't stop. I just carried on, actually, because again, it was tapping into that kind of culture bit I didn't really know much about at the time, and I just carried on. This is James Crowden. Some of you may have read some of James's books. He's a really good writer. He started writing about cider in the UK probably before most people. And he was the guy doing the poetry, teaching the kids. He's got a great book called Ciderland, and another one called Cider the Forgotten Miracle, which is really, really good. Worth the read if you're into your kind of reading and cider history. That's a good one. That lady in the middle there is Kate Lynch. She's the artist. So again, between them, they were running the whole project. But yeah, you can see the fascination there. I love that. I love, you know, I'm not picky about introducing children to alcohol. I think actually it's a much healthier way of doing it. Bring them in at this kind of level, help them understand that it's a slightly magical process, you know, fermentation. I think they're a lot less likely to abuse it as they grow older. Some of them lived next door to orchards. Some of them had parents that worked on cider farms. Yeah, and it's kind of important. It's easy to take cider for granted in Somerset because it's been there for so long. And not just Somerset, actually, a lot of cider making regions in the UK. And the fact you're kind of doing it at school really legitimises it, because it is, you know, there's lots of different aspects. There's a bit of a science thing going on. There's a creative side of, you know, poetry and painting. But there's a historical side too. And I think you take kids out of the classroom and they wake up, you know. All the boys were throwing apples at the girls, and you know, it was great. There's quite a good social media thing going on with cider. Again, looking at it culturally, it's something I'm always trying to encourage people to do. Is hashtag cider. It's so simple, and it, you know, I could bang on about it. Not everyone's into it, but I think again, if you want to join the sort of global cider community, that's such a simple thing to do. And just do it all the time if you're doing something related, because it just helps other people understand what's going on. There's a good bit of sharing of ideas and stuff. There's heaps, you know, and all of these are related. You know, they're all, you know, the bees. You know, where would we be without the bees? I mean, they're struggling all over the world. I think they're struggling less here. You don't have the varroa mite, but again, it's related stuff. A lot of the cider photography I've done, I've called it I Am Cider. It's not about me, it's about the content, it's the stuff around cider that people don't always think about, like bees, you know, like educating kids in orchards. Competitions like the Bath and West, you know, pairs in blooming Austria, distilling. It's all there, and this is from stuff all around the world. And I think, again, you can join that, you can become a part of that. Yeah, thank you. That's all I've got to say about that. So any questions, you know, anything anyone wants to talk about, let's do it.